Okay, I'm going to go over the gross profit method and the retail method, kind of explain what you're doing. I do it like the book, but they set it up in a different framework, which I will explain at the end. I'll show you their solution. So if you notice, what I have here is an income statement. Sales minus cost of goods sold is gross profit minus operating expenses equals net income. And then over here I have the cost of goods sold statement, which was beginning inventory plus purchases. Gives you how much you have available to sell. You subtract what's left and everything else is sold. So again, just like the FIFO LIFO or average costing problem, of all your inventory, it's either sold or still here. Those are your only two options. So what happens when the place burns down, or what happens when I want to estimate inventory and I don't want to take a full-blown count, either because I can't, it's burned, it's flooded, it's gone, it's been stolen or whatever. So that's what these two methods are used for, to estimate inventory. So when Mary Potts arrived at her store in the morning of January 29th, she found empty shelves and display racks. Thieves had broken in during the night and stolen the entire inventory. Accounting records showed that the inventory costing $50,000 from January 1st. So I've got $50,000 in beginning inventory. From January 1st to 29th, Potts had made net sales of $70,000, so I have $70,000 of sales, and purchases of $80,000, so I'd purchased $80,000. Okay, the gross profit during the past several years had consistently averaged 42% of net sales, so this is 42% of sales. Okay, plans for file insurance claims. So this is a method that insurance companies actually use to estimate your ending inventory. So what I want is this right there, my ending inventory, to figure out how much it is. So I know that my gross profit is 42% of sales. So sales times 0.42 is 29.4. So I know that this number has to be 40,600. So if cost of goods sold is 40,600, that is 40,600. Okay, I know my available is, I started with 50,000 and I purchased 80,000. So now I know that if I have available of 130,000 and my cost of goods sold is 46, then my ending inventory is 89,400. Okay, I'm going to show you how the solution or the online would do this. Okay, and so notice they have inventory is computed as follows. I have beginning inventory of 50 plus 80, so they get that. That's that 130. Then they simply take the net sales. If sales are 100%, I'll make these percentages. Maybe. Okay. Okay, if sales are 100%, and gross profit is 42%, then I can back into the cost, and the cost must be the other half of it, so 100 minus 42. So that's where they get the 58%. I just took the 42% and then subtracted to get the 40,600. You could have taken 70,000 times 58% to get that. So they just did the 70,000 times 58% to get the 40,600 and backed into it. I just made an income statement and a cost of goods sold statement and plugged them in, because you'll see that the retail method, it helps to do that. So I'm going to pause this a second. Okay, the second method is the retail method. Notice they're showing it is used to estimate inventories. You can do it quickly. So pretend you had a small shop, and at the end of the day you wanted to estimate what your inventory you had on hand. You could have the store clerk, if it was a slow time, just go write down how many sweatpants and the price of them. So you could get the number of sweatpants and the retail price of all the sweatpants. So now I can kind of back into what my ending inventory is. So in this case, again, I have the same statement. Sales minus cost of goods sold is gross profit minus operating expenses and net income. I don't use this part of it. I just wanted to show you that it's derived from an income statement. And the cost of goods sold statement, beginning inventory plus purchases is available minus ending inventory is cost of goods sold. So I have merchandise inventory June 30th. It cost me 300,000, and under retail it cost me 500,000. So I know this because I have my records. I had purchases during the year of 222 and 400,000. And then I had goods available for sale. Well, actually, I can just compute that. And I get the 522 and the 900,000 that they show. So maybe I'll make these commas. Okay. So now I have that. And I'm also told down here that sales are 600,000. Okay, so now I want to back into this. So what I do is I say, all right, well, I have the retail value of it is 900,000. The cost is 522. So I want the cost to retail percentage. So that divided by that, and I get 0.58, so 58%. So I'll change that to a percent. Okay, so I know the cost of everything is 58% of the selling price. So now I can go down here and I know that that times 58% is the cost of the items that are sold. So this will be the same 348,000 there, but I'm really just wanting to go this ending inventory, the highlighted one. So now I can back into it. I know of the available, it's either here or not here, and so I can back into it and get 174,000. I'll show you how the solution sets it up. Again, I just set it up like this because these are two statements you have to know. Their statement here is simply they made it up. You can do it also. But notice they did the cost to retail ratio of 522 divided by 900,000. They got the 58% right there. Estimated cost of goods sold is 600,000 times 58%, which I did in this cell formula. You can see the 600,000 times the 58% is 348, and then they took the 522 minus ending inventory to get 174. So it just looks a little different. It's just the same framework. My ending number is kind of buried in the middle and highlighted where they end with the ending number. So it's just a same setup, just a different order. I will also remind you that if you have a question of how come I have my accounting records if my building burned up, please know that you always have backups, or you have off-site storage, or you have some sort of risk management plan in place that you keep your records.